I stroll right in with a devilish grin. Glass doors open like they know where I've been. No tag checking, no second guessing. This is my time, yeah, it's my blessing. Velvet ropes can't hold me back. Gold reflections in my track. I've earned this right, no need to lack. Freedom reward is mine to take. Pick my favorite, watch it break. No chains, no bounds, I'm on my way. Gratitude brings the brighter days. Freedom reward is mine to take. Pick my favorite, watch it break. No chains, no bounds, I'm on my way. Gratitude brings the brighter days. Soft leather bags and diamond shines. The world feels better when it's all mine. But it's not greed, it's just my creed. To live with love and plant the seed. Mirrors flash my joy so clear. No limits left, no room for fear. Grateful hearts bring treasures near. Freedom reward is mine to take. Pick my favorite, watch it break. No chains, no bounds, I'm on my way. Gratitude brings the bone like edge. Freedom reward is mine to take. Pick my favorite, watch it break. No chains, no bounds, I'm on my way. Gratitude brings the brighter days.
Every morning I wake with the sun. 100 roses, my ritual begun. Petals soft like
Family, I need us to blow up the chat boxes. Screenshot that you're on this call. Let's get way more people on this call. Let's get at least 30 people on this call minimum. We're going to be going through so much information, so much things that people need to know to be successful within this industry, within trading, the psychology of it. So share out this call, screenshot that you're on this call, blow up the chat boxes. Let's go crazy. And we're going to get started shortly.
whispered prayer. Fragrance fills the heavy air. I'm not waiting for someone to see what I already know about me. Daily roses, I'm worthy of love. Red blooms raining from skies above. I don't need a reason, I don't need a sign. This beauty is mine, oh mine. Daily roses, I'm worthy of love. Red blooms raining from skies above. I don't need a reason, I don't need a sign. This beauty is mine, oh mine. I see my reflection in a sea of red. Every petal speaks words unsaid. I deserve the care I freely give. I'm my own reason, my own gift. 100 roses in my arms. I swear they're my armor, my love, my dare to cherish myself in the way I crave to be the hero I always roses. I'm worthy of love. Red blooms raining from skies above. I don't need a reason, I don't need a sign. This beauty is mine, oh mine. Daily roses, I'm worthy of love. Red blooms raining from skies above. I don't need a reason, I don't need a sign. This beauty is mine, oh mine.
My wrist says it all, it's a ticking parade. A shining Rolex, dreams that never fade. Confidence like fire is my golden blade. Oh, yeah, it till you make it, yeah, believe's the key. Reality bends when you act like you're free. We'll fake it till you make it, that's the way to be. Success in every detail, that's my decree.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing? Let me pin myself so you guys can see me. There we go. Hello, guys. How are we all doing? How are we all feeling? I appreciate every single one of you that is showing your lovely faces. I would love to see some more faces in the screen, on the screen. Amazing, amazing. Good, good. I'm good. Thank you, guys. I'm good. Appreciate you. I am feeling really, really bubbly and excited. Obviously, today is Monday, the first day of the week, and I'm super excited to really do this call. Asking it is given. We've got at least 30 people on this call. Amen. But guys, before we get into it, what I want to do is if you are brand new, this is your first ever call. Just drop a one in the chat box so we could welcome you into the family, welcome you into our team, and please forgive me if I get your names wrong. Is it just one new person? We've had a lot of new people. But if you guys can change your names to your actual names, then that would be amazing. But right. I'm just gonna say welcome because I have no idea how to okay, we got Mel. Welcome, Mel. Welcome, Zoom. Welcome success. I'm guessing it's supposed to be success. All right, welcome success. Welcome guys, welcome, welcome, welcome to the family, welcome to the team. Every Monday we have these amazing calls. 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. Swedish time, where we are just sharing. Let me put on my light. Let me see if we can look at it a little better. Let's see if this makes a difference. Oh, what a difference that makes. But where we will just be going through some information, any trainings that we feel like you guys need, and just a place where we can kind of come together every single week, and we can have a conversation. So I've been having a lot of calls and conversations this week, and I thought this was a very relevant conversation to speak about because a lot of people have been achieving really, really great results within the team. And I think we can agree Sniper Pro is probably one of the favorites right now. And a lot of people are going absolutely crazy with what it is that we are doing, which is absolutely amazing. But of course, we do understand that there are people still experiencing challenges. There are people that are still experiencing some challenges when it comes to this business, some challenges when it comes to this opportunity. So I wanted to kind of have a conversation about that today and go through that today, and just cover the basics and just cover the things that may be holding you back from getting results, because I think we can all agree we all pay the same package, we all have access to the same products, we all have access to the same tools. So why is it that some people are getting really, really great results and then some people are not getting as good results? Okay, so I wanted to have a conversation about that today because we have the same scanners, we have the same educators, we have the same sessions, we have the same calls. And even today, this call was shared out to over 180 people and only 35 people have jumped on, which, given the maths and the percentage of how many people actually do show up, is actually really good. But regardless, it's no surprise as to why people are getting great results and then some people are not getting as good results, because there's opportunities like this, there's calls like this where it will actually help and elevate you, but some people just don't plug in. And I found that that's one thing that could be an issue in terms of people getting results. So of course I made a little pretty slide for you guys, and we're going to be going through some of the information. Let me see if I can find it for y'all. Right, Safari. There we go. Perfect. Getting results. Amazing. So just drop a one in the chat box so you guys can see my screen. We are all good with the technicals, and all the technicals are out of the way. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I say amazing a lot. You're going to get used to it, guys. Okay, cool. So In terms of getting results, okay, when it comes to getting results, it comes down to your psychology and it comes down to your discipline, which of course ties into your psychology, okay? And some people are very consistent when it comes to this, and some people are not as consistent. And this tells me one thing. Your results are not about what you have access to. Your results are about what you are actually making use of, what you are plugging into. If you're not seeing results, then there is a reason for that. Okay, so we're going to get into it. The difference in results and why some people get results and why some people don't get results. Okay. Number one, everyone doesn't get the same results because everyone is not the same. Yes, we are recording. I made sure to record. We are all good. I've sorted out my Zoom. But everyone is not the same. Okay, so everyone doesn't get the same results because everyone is not the same. There is some people that are getting results because they're a little bit less emotional when it comes to it. They are plugging in more, they are being more intentional about learning the skill set. And then some people may not getting results, maybe because they are not plugging in as more, they are not disciplined, or not, they're not taking the time to actually learn what is required to be successful when it comes to trading. A lot of people come in, and yes, it's copying and pasting and copying and pasting, and that's all great and good. But that's the basics of what we do. And that's the low expectation of what is required. If you want to get great results, then you are required to plug in. And what I mean by plug in, okay, is by jumping on all the calls, plugging in or watching the educational videos, learning how to use the scanners, learning how to use the tools that we have access to, because people are not plugged in consistently, meaning they miss calls like this where they are getting the information that they need. They are not jumping on the calls that are sent out every single day of how to make money. They're not jumping on John Oliver's live sessions that are hosted weekly. They are not going through the bootcamp videos that take just over an hour to go through. People are not using the tools that they have access to. So people are not plugged in consistently. That's what I mean by plugged in. People are also cherry picking trade ideas. So you'll see a trade idea and sometimes you'll enter it, sometimes you won't enter it, or you're just solely relying on the trade ideas. Okay. And you never want to just rely on the trade ideas. If you are just relying on the trade ideas, that means you are just waiting for trade ideas to come out, and that's your only option to you making money. You want to always just have it in mind that it is my responsibility to make money. So it's my responsibility to figure out the scanners where majority of people are making their money. Just drop a 1 in the chat box if you have made money from our scanners. I just want to see how many people have made money from our scanners alone. Liana, Ertan, Daisy, Alina, Kura, Kiara, Sarah, Eliana, Savannah, Lelda, Zach, Matilda, Irabeth, Nyat, Alva. All of these people, Ida, Nicole, everyone, majority of people are making money from Sniper Pro, but there are still some people that haven't watched the bootcamp yet. You cannot be surprised if people are getting results from Sniper Pro or from whatever scanner if they are doing the work and the education that is required to get those results, but you haven't yet done so. And I know there's a few people on this call that in the beginning they weren't getting results and they seen everyone else getting results and they said, well, what is everyone else doing? Oh, they're just jumping on calls. Oh, they've gone through the boot camp. And when they found themselves gone through the boot camp, they're now getting results themselves. You never just want to rely on the copy paste trade ideas that I sent out. Learn the scanners, and that would be the best option that you can do for yourself. Okay. And then the last thing in terms of difference in results is psychology is overriding logic, meaning your emotions are getting in the way of you being able to see clearly when it comes to trading. 95% of trading is your psychology. It's how you think. It's the way that you look at things. 5% is skill set. Once you've got the scanners and once you learn how to use the scanners and that's done your 5%, 95% of what you need to perfect and what it's going to take for you to get consistent results. I'm not talking about you making 200, £300 in one day and then you can never do it again. I'm not talking about you running up your account to £2,000, £3,000 and then you can never do it again. You want consistent results. You want to be making that on a daily, weekly basis. And for you to do that on a daily, weekly basis, it's your psychology. How many of us maybe you've hit your target for the day and you was really happy with the amount that you had. And then another trade idea comes out, or you go on Sniper Pro and you're like, just one more, just one more. And that one more takes out everything that you've made. It takes your profits for the day. Gone. We've all been there. And I've been doing this for 5 years to know enough that the psychology, I promised you guys, once you perfect that, it will be consistent. It won't just be 1 week is good, 1 week is bad. It won't just be I hit my target, then I lost my target. It won't just be I've made money, but it's not consistent. I'm still at the same amount. I'm losing it, I'm winning it, I'm losing it, I'm winning it. It will be I am making consistent profits. My account is consistently growing. And that's the position that we all want to be in. Okay. So why don't people plug in? If we know that it works, we know that people make money. We know that, guys, people are making money. There was a guy that came in probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I probably shouldn't say this actually, but I'm going to say it. He started an account with £200 and he grew that account with risk management and the products that we have, okay, to well over 5 figures. Let me just say that. Well over 5 figures, okay? So from £200 to over 5 figures. And the difference between him and someone that probably hasn't been able to achieve that is he wasn't emotionally attached. He stuck to his rules, he stuck to his trading plan, and he just consistently grew the account. Okay. And that's something that everyone can do. I'm not going to say it's guaranteed, but it's always a possibility. If someone else can do it, then why can't you? So why don't people plug in? If we know that this works, we know that it changes lives, we know that it clears people's debts, we know that people are paying their bills with this, that people are buying their money with this. We can definitely go through a trading plan at the end. Just if you ask that question at the end, just remind me at the end and we'll go through it. So why don't people plug in? The passive consumer, number one. This is person number one. They are a passive consumer, meaning they jump on calls when they feel like it. They miss sessions. They see that the Sniper Pro session has been called out and it's hammer time. But I'm just going to miss this one for today. And that's the one where people make a lot of money. That's the one that you chose to miss out on, but people made a lot of money. Okay. You don't study the recording. So anytime you miss a call, you haven't even watched the recording. And you're like, Sammy, I didn't know that information. Savannah, I didn't know that information. Amelia, I didn't know that information. Leona, I didn't know that information. Really? Tell me you didn't jump on the call without telling me you didn't jump on the call. Okay? You want to be, if this is your escape plan, this is your way out of work, this is, your plan A or your plan A, then treat it like your plan A. Don't treat it like a hobby. Don't treat it like an option. Stop treating it like, oh, well, I've hit my target for today. I don't need to study. I've hit my target for today. I don't need to jump on this call. You always want to be a student. There's always going to be something on a call that you're going to learn or you're going to be able to take away. And if you miss important calls like that, you're going to always be stuck in the phase of, I know it all. I never want to be the person that knows it all. Because the people that think they know it all, there is no room to learn anymore. You think you know it all, then why haven't you got the results? If you think you know it all, then why are you not a 6-figure earner? Don't shoot the messenger. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. Number 2, the overthinker. This is the person that enters late because they were too scared, or they seen it was already going and they've just jumped on the train, or they second guess educators. You know, educators will be saying this, that, and the other thing and telling you, you guys need to do this and you guys need to do that. And you're like, I'm going to do it my own way. Those words there, I'm going to do it my own way. Can I be honest with you guys? Just let me, okay. Drop a one in the chat box if you want the soft love, sweet loving, I'll hold your hand when I say this, Sammy. Or number two, if you guys allow me to just say it how it is, just say it how it is. Just say it how it is. Guys, if you have been doing it your own way and you want to do it your own way, you are the person that has got you the results where you are today. So if you're not happy with your results, who are you to say, I will do it my own way? You haven't got the results to do it your own way. You cannot do something your own way if you don't even know the way. It doesn't make sense. You've never been there before. You've never been there before. How can you go if you've never been there? It doesn't make sense. It's not making sense. When people say, I'm going to do it my own way, no worries. Let me know how that goes. Let me know how that goes. This is proven. We have proven results that our game plan works. And this works. It's like, I'll give you a recipe to a cake. I've given you the perfect recipe to this cake. And this is like the best cake. You've tried the cake. You've seen other people try this cake and said it's the best cake ever. And I give you the recipe. And then you tell me you're going to do it your own way. You've never made a cake in your life. You've never made a cake in your life. And you want to make it your own way. And everyone here is telling you that this is the best cake ever. Taste it. This is just the recipe. You just need to do it like this. Oh, I'm going to do it my own way. You've never made a cake in your life. Stop it. Stop. Cut out that I'm going to do it my own way. Cut that out. Stop it. It's laughable. It's laughable. You can't do it your own way because you've never been there before. With love. Or not with love. Sorry, not sorry. Okay? It's just saying that. Okay? So there's that person. The I will do it my own way person. There's the impulsive trader. Okay? The person that the person that enters the trade just because it looks like it's going down or it looks like it's going up. When someone tells stop. Oh, well, let me get comfortable. Guys, let me tell you something. Okay? Let me tell you something. Just because it looks like it's going down, it's not a confirmation. Okay? It's not a confirmation. Okay, when it comes to trading, you want at least 4 confirmations. At least. If you're analyzing without a scanner, you want at least 4 confirmations. Okay? Minimum. And one of them cannot be it looked like it was going down. That's not trading. We had someone, okay, they're not in the team anymore, as you can probably guess. We had someone that basically used to enter the market just because it looked like it was going down or just like it looked like it was going up. And they would stay in for 5 seconds. And don't get me wrong, when I first started out trading, I thought I figured it out. I can just enter this trade. It looks like it's going down. I'll stay in for five seconds. I will enter on a really high lot size and then I'll exit. I've done it. I've done it. And I know there are people in this call that don't. You thought you hacked it. You thought, why aren't the banks doing this? Why are the banks not doing this? Like, I figured it out. And then one day, 4 days, you hold it for more than 5 seconds. And that trade is gone. It's taken all your money. It's taken all your money. And this person is not here anymore. I've been there. Okay. That is not trading. Please don't come into a $7 trillion market. okay, with your £200, your £500, your however much pounds, even £1,000, that $7.7 trillion will eat up your money if you don't come into this game and learn from the people that have the results that you want, okay? Just because it looks like it's going down, it's not confirmation, okay? It's not. It's not, okay? They don't follow risk management. The impulsive trader doesn't follow risk management. Guys, did you know, with correct risk management, you would have to lose 33 times in a row to lose all your money. So when people message us and let us know, oh, I blew my account, I was risk managing and I have no idea what happened. I know, you was not risk managing. You lost all your money and you was risk managing. I can tell you for free, you was not risk managing. I don't know what risk you was managing, but it wasn't the one in your trading account. I promise you that. Okay? It wasn't. So risk management. Okay. And then the person that trades emotionally and you're trying to chase back your losses, someone that has taken like the market has taken your money, you're trying to get that money back and your hands are sweating and it's probably late at night. And you're like, no, I want my money back. I'm not going to sleep until I get this money back. And then you have to go sleep with minus in your bank, in your trading account. The minus £2.47 sometimes. It's always around that amount. I've been there. Okay, I've been there. So I can say, okay, that doesn't work. You can't come into this without a plan. You can't come into this and do it your own way. You see that it's going up and you see that it's going down is not confirmation. You entering for 5 seconds and then exiting, it's not trading. Okay. And then you've got the hope trader. I love you guys, but I can see some hope traders on this. I talk to all of you guys. You have no plan. You have no rules. And you just hope. You just hope this works out for you. You just hope. We say hope is a good thing. It is a good thing. It's good to have hope. But you need a plan. Trading, you need a plan. Okay, it's just like Savannah said, it's called gambling. We do not gamble here, okay? We take strategic, calculated risks. Okay, cool. Hopefully that makes sense. So, trading psychology, what is it? How does it work? Why does it affect us? All of the fun stuff. So, trading psychology, it's trading. When it comes to it, guys, trading, it triggers fear, it triggers greed, it triggers impatience, it triggers your ego. Trading is one of the hardest things to perfect, and it's not because of the skill set. You can have the skill set. I know some absolutely great traders that I would take their trades all day, every day, but the psychology they haven't mastered, so they're not profitable. Okay. I've seen some amazing traders that, they are elite, elite traders that they have made so much money with trading, but they have also lost so much money with trading. It's because when it comes to trading, it's really you versus you. Okay, I wanna you to picture how it actually is. When you're trading, it's you versus you. And this is why a lot of people love it. It's because you don't have to socialize, you don't have to be on social media, you don't have to be out there, you don't have to talk to people. It's you versus you. But it also shows you who you actually are. And that's what I love about trading as well, because it also shows you the type of person you are. It reveals who you are. And if you're not willing to grow in this industry, I can only hope for you. Okay, I can only hope for you because it will trigger you. It's going to people are so emotionally attached to money because we've been conditioned that way. So when you now see money moving on a screen, or when you're losing the thing that we've been taught to idolize, it will reveal parts of yourself that you didn't know you had. Okay, so our brain is conditioned to want safety. Our brain is conditioned to just want calm. Okay. So when we're in the market and, there's this thing that we have been taught to idolize and to worship and to work so hard for, and it's now in the market and it's at risk, it will trigger you and you will automatically feel unsafe. And then you will start reacting rather than responding. So it will reveal your needs to be right. You want to always be right. You want to always, you don't even want to put yourself in that situation if you don't think you're going to be right. Okay. Or maybe you have a fear of loss, or maybe you're really impulsive. I learned in the beginning of my trading journey, I learned I was very impulsive. I was very impatient. I was very emotionally attached to money. I always wanted to be right, and I never wanted to risk being wrong. I learned all these things just from trading alone. And if you're not willing to learn the lessons and actually experience the lessons and learn from the lessons, because it's okay if you know, but to know and not do anything about it is to not know at all. So it exposes you, and you have to be willing to learn. So, say for example, and there was something that it actually taught me as well along the way, and it was so interesting because I feel like trading is not just a making money journey, it's an actual learning journey, it's a self-discovery journey. And in the beginning, when I used to lose on my own trades, I remember talking to myself so negatively. Oh, you're so stupid. You shouldn't have done that. What an idiot. Da, 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 da. And I would just have a go at myself. And I realized that in reality, in real life, every time I made a mistake or every time I'd done something and it didn't go to plan, I would actually talk to myself like that as well. And I realized, wow, my self-talk when I make a mistake is absolutely terrible. And trading actually helped me realize that. So trading is going to reveal parts of yourself that you didn't actually realize. And if you're not willing to work on those sides of you, then you're not working on your psychology. Because imagine, say for example, you have a friend and they make a mistake, and then you constantly talk down to them when they make a mistake. They're never going to want to make a mistake around you again. They're going to be too scared to make a mistake around you that they're not going to even bother. So they're going to shy away, or they're going to not do it, or they're going to hesitate every time they need to make a decision. That's what will come after your negative self-talk. Okay. So really, really, like, just I urge you guys to just really document how you are when it comes to trading. Are you very emotional? Now, I'm very nonchalant when it comes to trading. If it hits profit, amazing. If it hits stop loss, I'm within my risk management. I don't care. Like, you really want to get to that stage of, I don't care. Like, I care about it growing. It's an investment, but this is long term for me. I'm not looking at this in a week. I'm not looking at this for a month. I'm looking at this 2, 3, 4 years down the line, because this is a skill set where you are learning how to grow your money. We were never taught how to grow our money. We were only taught how to spend it. So to have a skill set where you know how to grow your money, you can now teach your kids, 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 kids. That's a skill set you can pass down through generations of how to grow money. Okay. And then it also exposes your lack of self-trust. Do you trust your trades? Do you trust your analysis? Do you trust your confirmations? Are you too scared? Does that mean that you're too scared to actually make decisions in life that you don't know the outcome of? It really reveals you. And then, of course, if you lack discipline, or if you lack structure, or if you lack maybe following through in life, and you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, maybe you said that you're going to stick to these rules and you don't stick to these rules. Maybe you said, I'm not going to trade for the rest of the day, and then you didn't stick to that. How does that trickle into your actual reality in your day-to-day life? Do you do that on a daily basis? Because trading will reveal it. Trading will call you out. Trading will call you out for sure. Okay. So trading psychology, it will really reveal you. And what I definitely recommend you guys to study is someone called Mark Douglas. I'm gonna put it in the chat box. He is he is someone that has perfected trading psychology, and he teaches all about it. He started trading when people had to trade on, like, they would have fax machines. I think it was fax machines, and they would print out like the charts. It was on paper. And I honestly couldn't imagine how you're trading like that. I honestly, they didn't have MetaTrader 5 back in the day or anything like that. So honestly, yeah, way before my time. Okay, way before my time. But he's been trading for that long, so he's actually perfected trading psychology. And this is someone that I've been studying. He has a lot of amazing books. He's got a lot of amazing content on YouTube. He's got trading psychology on YouTube, trading in the zone book. And once you perfect trading psychology and you've got a skill set, you're good. You're good. Okay. So really, really perfect your trading psychology and how you think when it comes to the market. Okay. So when it comes to being consistently profitable, when it comes to this business, guys, when it comes to this, I want you guys to pick one strategy. You when and I say this because I used to be this. I used to do this. I would come in when I first started trading. I started trading in 2020, and this was around the time of like COVID and everything like that, and that was all going off. And I remember first starting out, and I said to myself, I'm gonna learn this in 2 weeks. I'm gonna learn this, and I'm gonna be good, and I'm gonna quit my job and whatever. And then after 2 weeks, I had the shock of my life because I didn't know nothing. Everything did not make sense. It still looked like a heart monitor on a screen to me, and it just didn't make sense. And you guys are really, really lucky because we didn't have access to copy paste trade ideas. We didn't have access to scanners. We didn't have any. We had the education, we had live sessions, and we had, you're gonna learn. You're gonna have to learn this. That's what we had. Okay. We had to learn how to trade Forex in order to make money from Forex. That was our options. There was no scanners, there was no copy paste trade ideas, there was no making money on live sessions. We weren't allowed to trade live. They were just allowed to educate us. There was no trading live with educators, okay? So let me tell you this for free. I had a challenging journey in the beginning. And the things I learned along the way, I wouldn't change anything because they were so necessary to me being able to perfect the psychology when it comes to trading. But in the beginning, I wasn't listening. I was not listening. My educators were telling me to have a plan. Did I have a plan? No. My educators were telling me to journal my trades. Did I journal my trades? Definitely not, because that was too long in the beginning. My educators were telling me to trade maximum 3 to 5 a day. Was I doing that? Definitely not. It's probably trading about 10 to 15 times a day. And I was entering my own trades because it looked like it was going down. Okay. It looked like it was going down. Apologies, guys. Where did my pretty screen go? Right, cool. So pick one strategy. You don't have to learn it all. In the beginning, I tried to learn everything at once. You don't need to know everything about trading to make money from trading. If you want to learn this strategy over here, learn this strategy over here. You want to learn this strategy over here, learn this strategy over here, and perfect it. They all work. Okay, they all work. Otherwise, our educators would not be educating them. Find one. And what I would say for you to find a strategy, find an educator that you like, that you find intriguing, that you are, you love listening to. I used to find the funniest educators. So, John Oliver, he has his funny commentations. It keeps me intrigued, and I'm hooked on what you're saying because you're just talking lots of silliness, and I'm intrigued in what you're saying. So I'm more inclined to actually listen to everything you're saying, and you could keep me plugged in. Whereas the person that is just talking to me, Pippalicious, like stuff like that, Pippalicious, taking candy from a baby, like all of these things that he's known for, it keeps me intrigued. So I'm more inclined to want to learn from you. Okay. And then there's, the people that just talk to you. They're very monotone when they talk, and all of these things. And some people may find like even different leaders, like I more want to listen to this leader because I'm more intrigued with what they're saying and how they speak than this leader, and that's okay. You just are attracted to how people speak, and that's okay. It doesn't take away that this educator is better than this educator. You're just able to relate to them more. So pick one strategy, but pick an educator that you like, that you can relate to, and that also aligns with your schedule. Okay. Pick one scanner. Guys, please don't follow the trend, because in a few weeks it probably just won't be Sniper Pro. There will probably be another new like scanner that will be the next trend, and everyone will be moving over from Sniper Pro to this next scanner, and that's just the way this business goes, okay? When I first started this business, the most popular scanner at the time was Golden Era. It's still around. It's still around. It's it's an amazing scanner. If you haven't taken the time to learn it and you haven't found a strategy that works for you just yet, try it. Okay? It's an amazing scanner, but it's not the trend. So people are just plugging into Sniper Pro right now. Okay? There's Nexus. People, it's obviously very new, but a lot of people are getting great results from Nexus. It's probably going to be the new trend. And it doesn't take away from Sniper Pro being absolutely amazing. It's just the trend, and people hop on the trend and what's now exciting and what's now new. But just find one scanner. You don't have to learn them all. Find one, works for you, and perfect it. Okay, I challenge you to find a scanner and it doesn't have to be Sniper Pro. Sniper Pro is just the trend right now, and it's making a lot of people money, and it's absolutely great. And that's great. If it doesn't work for you, find one that works for you. We've got loads, okay? Risk management. Guys, guys, risk management is key. I can't even bang on about this enough. Your risk management is going to be the deciding factor if you are here in a few months or if you are not. Okay? Risk management. When it comes to your risk, and I'm not, we used to tell people risk this amount to get this amount, risk this amount to get this amount. Your trading plan, sit down with your enroller or make one by yourself, which is absolutely fine. Or there's amazing videos on the back office of how to create a trading plan, or we've got some on our YouTube as well. Whatever. Trading plan. Your trading plan should consist of how much you're willing to risk, your target for today, and it shouldn't be value amount. It should be percentage. Okay, because you are an investor, you don't look at value amount, you look at percentage growth. Okay, so you don't want to say, I want to make £100 today. What percentage of that is your account? Is that 10%? You want to make 10%? Is 10% your target today? That's fine. In order for you to make 10%, you want to risk 4 to 5%. Are you okay with that risk percentage? Okay, that's your target and your risk for today. How many trades are you willing to take for today to achieve that amount? 3 to 5? Okay, perfect. No more than that. That's absolutely fine. 3 to 5. Okay. And what are your non-negotiable rules? Okay. So when it hits TP1, do you exit at TP1 or do you go break even at TP1? What are your non-negotiable rules? So when it comes to a trading plan, you want your risk, you want your target, you want how many trades you're allowed to take for the day, and you want your non-negotiables. Okay. For me, when I first started trading, I was very emotional when it comes to trading. So I had to incorporate rules. So I had to do maximum 5 trades a day. If I hit my target, I stop. I'm not allowed to trade for the rest of the day. I don't trade on Mondays and Fridays because those days are too volatile for me. I trade on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And that's my trading plan. If I go 20 pips into profit, I go break even and I take partials and I always secure profits. But you're going to find things that work for you and work for your personality. You might be a very patient person. Kudos to you. Okay. I wasn't. Okay. Find rules and non-negotiables that align with your personality. And if you need help with a trading plan, of course, reach out to your enroller, message in the community chat, and I'm sure one of us can jump in a call and help you. Crime and risk management. I forgot to change my lot slide after trading. It's very honest. Scary. Maybe add that as one of your rules, okay? Just add that as one of your rules. But just add some rules that you're very impulsive. Okay, I'm not allowed to take a trade unless I have full confirmations to confirm this trade. Add some rules, okay? Risk management. Master discipline. And the best way that I've been able to master discipline is jumping on calls without entering trades. So say for example, like John Oliver's session, I will jump on John Oliver's session and I will literally sit there on my MetaTrader 5 and I will not enter anything. And I will just sit there and I will just watch. I'll just sit there and I'll just watch. That you don't have to, that just realizing that you don't always have to be in the market all the time. You're the best trader when you are out of the market more than in the market. Meaning you've got your profits, you've got your money, you don't need to be in the market all the time. Okay. Depends on what trader you are though. Okay. And study. This is like learning a new language. This is like learning a completely different language. So, completely different language. If you're learning French or Chinese or Russian, even, okay, right now you're just learning how to say hello and goodbye. If you want to learn how to say, my name is Karina, or my name is Sarah, or, my name is Rodiel, we're learning that along the way, but you're going to have to study to get there. And you're going to have to practice and practice and practice until you're fluent. Okay. So it's going to take time. So study. And when it comes to consistency, consistency is boring. When trading gets boring for you, that's when you know you've made it. Like that's when you know I'm good. If it's still exciting, you haven't mastered it yet. You can tell when people have mastered their psychology when they are no longer excited. They see it as I'm just growing my investment. I'm just growing my investment. If you are still excited when it comes to trading, you haven't mastered the psychology when it comes to trading. It is boring. You repeat your actions, you stick to your rules, and it's not exciting. When you get to that stage, which I pray every single one of you do, that's when you've mastered it. That's when you've mastered it. Okay. And my last slide, I think, is take responsibility for your results. Okay. Your results are your responsibility. Every single one of us pays the same subscription. We have the same access to the same educators, the same access to the same live sessions, the same access to the same AI scanners, the same access to the same copy paste trade ideas. We all have the same access. People are getting results because they are serious about getting their results. If they are lacking in a certain area, then they are watching recordings or jumping on live sessions and making sure that they are perfecting it. And even there's a few people in this call, and I don't want to out anyone because I don't want to, but there's a few people in this call that had challenges in the beginning when it came to trading. They had challenges when it came to their psychology, challenges with actually figuring out how this works, challenges with even knowing that the scanners worked for them, getting results from the scanners. Now, because they took it seriously, because they plugged in and because they took the responsibility of their results into their own hands. Now they're getting results because they plugged in, because they watched the bootcamp, because they now put their results in their hands. Your results are your responsibility. We all have the same access to everything. If you are not getting results, chances are it's your fault. And you just need to figure out why. Where am I going wrong? What am I doing? Okay. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Again, you're learning a different language that you've never learned before, and that's okay. But don't just sit there and give up and think, oh, well, this doesn't work. It's not that this doesn't work. It's that you just haven't figured it out yet. And that's okay. So ask yourself, are you treating this like a business or are you treating it like a hobby? Are you jumping on sessions and calls when it's convenient for you? Or are you jumping on sessions and calls because you know you need them? Because you know that you don't know what you don't know. That you know you need as much as you can get. That you know you are obsessed with learning this skill set. You're obsessed with trying to make this work. You're obsessed with wanting to win. Are you treating this like a hobby or a business? A business, you show up every day, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it. If this is your plan A, like I said in the beginning, and this is your way out, treat it like it. Okay? Ask yourself, are you plugged in daily or occasionally? Are you plugging in once or twice a week, 3 times a week? Or are you plugging in every single day, every spare minute that you get, every spare hour that you get? And someone said to me, Sammy, it's easy for you because you're full time. I was not always full time. I used to work 55 hours a week while doing this as well. I know better than anyone that I showed up even when I was tired. I showed up even when I didn't feel like I had time. I showed up because this was my escape plan. This was my escape plan. So when I was doing 9, 10 hours at work and I was coming home and I was absolutely shattered, I still watched a recording if I missed out on a live session. I still tried to learn the things that I didn't know. I still tried to figure it out. I still tried to feed my brain with something every single day because if it wasn't this, then what did I have? I didn't have any other option. I didn't want to get another job. I didn't want to work for anyone. It was this. This was it. So I took it upon myself to get results in this. Okay. So treat it like a business or treat it like a hobby. Are you plugged in daily or are you plugged in occasionally? And are you following your rules or are you following your feelings? Because if you're following your feelings, oh, I don't really feel like it today. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I've got this to do. Oh, I need to show up here. No problem. It's not me that's not going to be getting the results. I want every single one of you to get results. But if you think every excuse is valid and you want to justify every excuse and and you guys said you wanted the tough Sammy, so I'm going to give you the tough Sammy. You give these results and you want someone to validate, you give these excuses and you want someone to validate your excuses. I'm not here to validate your excuses because your excuses has gotten you to where you are today. And it's not where you want to be. You're going to have to cut out the excuses. You're going to have to cut out the things that are holding you back. You're going to have to cut out the feeling sorry for yourself and the victim mindset and that oh, it's not working. Guys, when I first started this industry, I was dead broke. I literally had minus in my bank account. I used up my overdraft. Every time I would get paid, it would be paying off my overdraft and I would be at zero in my bank account every time I got paid. So every time I spent a bit of money, I was automatically going into minus. I literally paid for my first ever subscription in my overdraft. I knew I didn't have any other option. I had to listen to the people that had the results that I wanted. I had to stop making up excuses. I had to stop saying I was tired. I had to stop saying I had to look after my family. I had to stop saying all of these things. I had to stop coming up with all of these excuses that was not contributing towards my growth, that wasn't contributing towards my results. Okay? These excuses sound good to you. You didn't expect anyone to feel sorry for me. I didn't expect anyone